Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Lesson 6, Identifying QEP Student Learning Outcomes within your program's student learning outcomes. So, as you know, there are 3 QEP SLOs. So you will need to find a place to identify where you are assessing the 3 SLOs, both formative and summative. So for most cases, this means that you're going to be assessing them formatively in a first year class, and then you'll do the summative assessment in a capstone course. So back when we were actually writing the QEP, you all identified, all the program coordinators identified which courses they wanted to use to assess the QEP. And so you can see here this list of courses. We've told you all throughout the process, though, if you already are doing an assessment that may not be happening in one of these courses that you had said earlier, we want you to work smarter, not harder. So if there is a current assessment that's in another course that is already a part of your program's student learning outcomes, then I can update this document to match what you're already doing, not the other way around. However, if there is an assessment that you're doing in a course that you really want to include, we can certainly add to your program's student learning outcomes to ensure that there is an assessment over there that will then match what you've put here. So today, for our example, we're going to use associate degree nursing. So way back when, they had said, okay, I want to assess the 3 SLOs in Nursing 111 formative and in Nursing 215. So what we're going to do is look over here in the planning module. And so for this example, you guys haven't put in your 18-19 results yet. That won't happen until September 2019. So we're going to use 17-18 as our example. So to get where you want to go, of course, we've said to start at the top and work your way down. You're going to navigate using this panel here on the left. So you choose 17-18 from the drop-down, and then Program SLOs. And I've already highlighted nursing here. So under assessment number A1, under Program SLOs, Pat and her faculty have said that this is where the formative assessment for all 3 QEP SLOs will be done in Nursing 111. You can see that matches what she said over here in the table. Nursing 111 for all 3 of these SLOs in a progression course. So if we scroll down within your assessment template or form in Compliance Assist, we added 2 questions that help us know, okay, this is where I'm assessing the QEP in this assessment that you already do. So further down, you're going to see these QEP questions right under where you're putting in your results. So there's the results percentage, and then you have a text box where you talk about results, results of assessment date. That's usually when your students graduate. And then here are the 2 QEP questions. The first is a QEP SLO assessed in the course activity? And if yes, what are they? And so you have an opportunity to check these boxes. Now, you may have, separate assessments for all 3. So for instance, you may have 4 assessments involved. 1 for SLO 1, 1 for 2, 1 for 3, and 1 for summative. It just happens that in this example, the assessment that is being done in Nursing 211 checks all of these boxes. It allows them to assess applied communication skills, technology skills and soft skills within that one assessment. So that's why all 3 boxes are checked. Okay, so then the second question is, was the rubric used to assess this activity? So you may say to yourself, well, I haven't been using the QEP rubric. Well, that's fine. You just want to ensure that the rubric you are using includes the same assessment criteria that is in the QEP rubric. And I know that we talked about that a couple of years ago in a convocation workshop. So if you are not sure that the rubric that you're using is doing the job, that's something that we can talk about one-on-one. But these 2 questions here are really all that you need to complete for me to get the data I need to make sure that we are assessing the QEP correctly. So this is, as we said, the formative example in nursing. So we're going to pop on over to A2, which is where the summative assessment is done in Nursing 215. So you can see here, this is the information that is put in for this assessment that they already do, and here they've checked, Pat has put in that, yes, this is where I'm doing the summative assessment for all 3 QEP SLOs, and yes, I use the rubric that fits, the requirements. So it is as simple as that. So if you have not been filling in these 2 questions, you need to be. And the first step is to refer back to this original document where you had said, okay, I know of an assessment that is done in this course that can be used for the summative and, for the summative and here for the formative. You may find that the courses that you put here have changed. Perhaps you're not offering this course anymore. Maybe you've made some curriculum changes and these aren't really relevant anymore. So the first step is to check this document. Then at that point, you need to cross-reference the assessments that are over here in your program student learning outcomes. Find the overlap, and that is where you will complete those 2 questions within the form. Now, you'll notice there are a whole lot of assessments here. B1, she has left them blank, and that is what you should do. If the assessment does not cover or assess the QEP SLOs, you leave them blank. So ideally, you'll have no more than 4 times where those questions are answered. And in most cases, I would say 80% of the cases, like nursing, you only answer those 2 questions on 2 of these forms. One form she answered them for the formative, and one form she answered for the summative. So if you have any questions about how to make sure that you are correctly identifying those QEP student learning outcomes, you can always call me and we'll make an appointment and sit together. Thanks so much.